Dear students, in this video you will see some multiple choice questions in computer fundamentals. Computer fundamentals have 20 marks in B.Ed entrance exam. This is very important topic about computer awareness. So several topics are there in that. You have about computers and computer fundamentals. You have networks, computer networks, internet, and some other basic topics. So we'll see some videos related to this one, so that will be helpful for you in the B.Ed as well as other competitive exams. First question, computer fundamentals. Who is the father of computers? The one who has designed and built the first mechanical computer is Charles Babbage. He is the one who is known as the father of the computer. Now, second question. The term GHz, gigahertz, right? GHz means what? Gigahertz is an indicator of which feature of the computer. So GHz is used to indicate what in the computer? Number of pixels, resolution, speed, and storage. So correct answer is here speed. Speed is measured in terms of computers. When you see a CPU, it is given as, for example, 2 gigahertz, 2.4 gigahertz like this. The more the gigahertz value, the speed of the processor or computer will be more. So when you are purchasing computer, you have to look into this feature. Now, the third question. Which of the following is the correct definition of a computer? So here, the correct definition is what? A computer is a programmable electronic device that stores, retrieves, and processes the data. So the correct answer here is, we can say, computer is a machine or device that can be programmed or perform arithmetic or logical operations. Arithmetic operations means like plus, minus, multiplication, divide. Logical operations means like if, and, not, right? All those things. And, or operations, like those things. Not operation, that is logical operations. A computer understands only binary language, means computers only stores 1 or 0. Computer knows only two things when we are in terms of storage or for processing, that is either 1 or 0. That is known as the binary language or binary digits, we can say. Computer is a programmable electronic device that stores, we can store the information, we can retrieve the information, and also process. For example, if we enter the student marks, computer will process and give the result. So D, all of the mentioned. So all these three, A, B, C, are the definition of the computer. Basically, we store, basically we give input, computer will process, it will give the result. So it is an electronic device. So all these things are given in the A, B, C, D part. What is the full form of CPU? CPU means Central Processing Unit. CPU means Central Processing Unit, right? This is the main part of the computer, we can say, where the actual processing takes place. Processing means, for example, calculations, arithmetic calculations, logical operations, and other controlling of the other parts of the computer. Everything is done by the CPU. The more the powerful CPU, we can say, the more faster the computer will work. So CPU is what we have to look into. Central Processing Unit. Fifth one. Which of the following language does the computer understand? So computer understands here binary language rather. Binary language means what? 1 or 0. Whatever we store in the computer, it will be in the form of 1 or 0. For example, if I enter the letter A from the keyboard, right? When we send this to the memory in the computer, it will not go as A, but it will go as certain character set. A will have a value, something like that. I'm giving an example. So ones and zeros it will convert. For example, if you write hi, so H will be converted in terms of something like the 1, 1, 0. H will have some specific 1 zeros, and I will have some 1 zeros like this. So this hi word is converted into ones and zeros. Even if you give an image is also converted in terms of ones and zeros. So computer basically understands only ones and zeros, known as the binary language or binary digits, we can say, binary number system, we can say, right? Binary language. The number system which we use in our day-to-day life is the decimal number system. So decimal number system is 0 to 9. 0 to 9, the number system which we use in our life. For example, if you say 500 rupees, what we write? 500. So it is coming from this decimal number system. Whereas computer, even if you store 500, it will be converted to binary 1010, something like this. So that is the language that computer understands, binary language. Even if you store sound, video, images, your name, story, whatever it is converted into binary language. So some other extra information is given here that you can go through. If you have any doubts, you can write in the comment section. Which of the following computer language is written in binary codes only, right? These are programming languages. Pascal is a programming language where we write programs. Programs means instructions. We give instructions to the computer to perform some task. So Pascal is a programming language. C is a programming language. C# is a programming language. But if you see the B part, that is machine language, right? Machine language is the one which computer understands, because for example, if I write a program like this, input some value, right? Input the value A, input the value B. This is what we write in a programming language. And we want to find total or sum equal to A plus B. Then we say output, total. What we are doing here? We want to find addition of two numbers. So we write these instructions. And this is done in the programming languages like Pascal, we have C, we have C#. But computer does not understand what is input means, what is total means, what is output. Computer does not understand anything. It will convert all these things into machine language that has some codes and ones and zeros. So computer understand only these ones and zeros. So binary codes will be stored in the computer, but that binary code is converted by a machine language. So basically, for example, when you write a program in Pascal like this or C like this, it is converted by a machine language which the hardware will understand. The CPU will understand machine language. What is this machine language? It is in terms of ones and zeros. So that is what you have to understand. So computer understands the language that is written in binary code, means machine language only. Finally, it is the machine language which is converted the high level, the English like language, like input, output, everything. Which of the following is the brain of the computer? Computer has many devices or many parts, we can say, right? Because this is MCQ, I am going very short. Actually, I can give very lengthy explanation here, but I am going very short so that many students who are from the non-computer science background, they should understand briefly. Otherwise, they will not understand these things. Brain of the computer means the actual key component, the important component in the computer is the CPU. CPU is the brain of the computer. The faster the brain, the faster the computer. So the faster the CPU, and its speed is measured in terms of, that is what we can say, gigahertz, right? So all processing is done inside this very small part is there, maybe 1 inch like this CPU. That is actually the costliest part in your computer, right? So that is known as the brain of the computer, which actually handles the entire computer. CPU also contains some other parts, that is, we will see if a question comes. Which of the following is not a characteristic of a computer? Versatility, accuracy, diligence, all these are not computer part. But these are parts of the computer, features of the computer, we can say accuracy, versatility and all those things. But IQ, what is IQ? Human like intelligence. The computer is intelligent? No. Computer is not intelligent. Nowadays we are trying to make it the machine, we are trying to make the machine as intelligent. That's what we say artificial intelligence. The new, what we can say, new area in the new field in the computer science nowadays, a very high job giving fields. So what is normally, for example, if you are having a laptop, if you are having a CPU, if you are having a basic computer, whether it has any intelligence? No. Whatever program you write, it will process. For example, if you write sum is equal to, sum means total, no addition. If you write sum is equal to A minus B, it will do A minus B and store in sum. So computer does not have intelligence. Sum means addition like this. No. Whatever you write into code or instructions, it will process. So this is not a characteristics of computer. What is that? IQ. The intelligence is not part of the computer. It is the programmer's part. Right? The human part. If the programmer writes the logic correctly, then of course computer will give correct. If the passing marks are 35 and if you write 30, for example, if the passing marks are 35 and you write, for example, if in maths by mistake if you write greater than 30 as pass, it will make pass, right or not? So computer does not have intelligence that for SSC it is 35 or more equal to pass. But computer does not have this intelligence. So it is the programmer's part to write the correct code. The logic should be correct, right? Even if someone write by mistake, for example, mass is greater than 35, then this is also wrong logic. Why? Greater than 35 means starting from 36. So one who gets 35 will also get fail. So we have to write something like this in computer. Greater than or equal to, in computers it is written like this. In mathematics you will see like this, but in computer science when you write the code, greater than equal to, something like this symbol will be there. Now which of the following is the smallest unit of data in a computer? Smallest unit of data. A bit is the smallest unit of data in the computer. For example, what I said is the data is stored in the computer in terms of ones and zeros. Right. So a binary digit. What is bit? Actually, bit is a short form of these two words. What are the words? Binary digit. BI from here and T from here. Binary. So binary numbers, you know, 1 and 0. These are binary numbers. Out of these two, what is a bit? It is a 1 or 0. So bit can be 1 or bit can be 0. Not both. Right? So bit means a 1 or 0. This is the smallest unit of data. A 1 or a 0 of binary number is the smallest unit of data in a computer. We will see what is kilobyte, nibble byte and some other question, because otherwise it will be lengthy. Which of the following unit is responsible for converting the data received? So which of the following unit of computer is responsible for converting the data received from the user? So whatever data received means whatever the user is sending the data. So how you will send the data to the computer? If you want to write something to the computer, how we will do that? By using an input device, right? An input device. Keyboard is an input device, we can say. So input unit is the answer. What is the answer? Input unit. That is, which of the following unit is responsible for converting the data received from the user? A user means the person who is using the computer. When he writes some information, when he writes something, that goes from the input unit to the CPU or to the computer in the understandable format. So input unit or input device is what that sends the data to the computer. It will convert. When you write from the keyboard your name, for example, John is a name, John, we type from the keyboard. It will not go as John. This keyboard, what it will do, it will send signal as 1 for J 1010, for O 1010, something like this. H for some 1 zeros and for N some 1 zeros like this. So computer understands only two things, 1 or 0 for storage and processing. So which of the following monitor looks like monitor? Monitor means output device. What is the monitor? It is the output, the screen where you see the information. Or for example, when you see the computer, you are seeing something like a screen, no? That is what we say a monitor in terms of computer. A monitor which looks like a television, the bigger one, the old format monitors we are having, no? Maybe some institute somewhere you will see. So that is what we say CRT monitor, the old one like TV, the big shape monitors. They are what actually the CRT technology. That is the technology of monitors, the old one like TV, cathode ray tube monitor. Nowadays you are having flat monitor, is there LCD, is there LED. These are very slim and new technology. But cathode ray tube monitor, the old one, they are bigger in size. So you have to understand this. What is this CRT means? Which of the following is not a type of computer code? Computer understands some codes rather. Like for example, if you are having English letters, A, capital A to capital Z, small a to small z, we can say. Then you are having 0, 1, 9. Then you are having special symbols, dollar, comma, double quote symbol. All the things are there. So they are grouped in some character codes. So ASCII is a character code. You remember these are character codes which computer has a group of character code. BCD, binary coded decimal. ASCII means American Standard Code for Information Interchange. This is also a what we can say character code. Like this group of codes. ASCII have some group of code. BCD have binary coded decimals. FCD will have some group of. But EDIC. Just remember this one. EDIC is not a group of character codes. Whereas ASCII is a character code, BCD, some group of codes like this. ASCII, BCD, FCD character, but EDIC is not there. More than that information is not required for you for the exam. Which part of the computer is used for calculating and comparing? So calculating and comparing is done by actually CPU. Who does this part? Calculating is done by CPU. This is a broader term, CPU, Central Processing Unit, right? This is broader, means actually like nearly 1 inch or something like the CPU there. In that we are having a part known as ALU. Then we are having another part known as the CPU are having this part, control unit, right? Then one more is there. So ALU, CU. ALU means what? Arithmetic logic unit. What is ALU? A question may ask you, what is the full form of ALU? ALU means arithmetic and logic unit. It performs arithmetic and logical operations. Arithmetic operation means like plus, minus, multiplication, divide. See, not only these 4, everything comes from these 4 only. All the operations are derived from this. If you want to do power, for example, 2 power 10, what is that? Multiply 10 times, 2 into 2 into 2. So all the operations are derived from these basic 4 operations, that is arithmetic operations, addition, subtraction, multiplication. And one more is the logical operations. If 2 conditions are correct, what we say and, if this and that, both are correct. If one of them is correct, or either this or that one, or for example not, negative, negation. So these are something known as the logical operations, whereas arithmetic operations are like this. So these are part of a unit inside the CPU that is known as ALU. One part of the CPU that is ALU, right? That is used for calculating and comparing. So remember that for calculating and comparing, broadly it is CPU. Inside CPU who? ALU, arithmetic and logic. Modem is for communication. For example, if one computer want to communicate with another computer in the network, we need a modem, right? Disk is for storage. Disk is for storage. Control unit, it controls, see you here, no? It controls all the computer. For example, memory is there, keyboard is there, hard disk are there, many other parts in the computer. Everything is controlled by this control, name itself, control unit. Send signals, you should do the work. Then some other, it will give the task to some other one. That means basically, I'm going in very short, so I cannot explain all the things in the multiple choice. So controls everything in the computer. CU, disk is for storage, ALU is for performing operations and calculations, arithmetic logical operation, modem is for communication. That much you remember. Any question if it comes from here means you should be able to answer. That's why I'm explaining little bit more than the question. Which of the following is designed to control the operations of a computer? Designed to control the operations of a computer. User is a person, right? So this is not the correct one. Application software for specific applications, for example bank application, university application, it is something like that, not for the operations of the computer. Utility software, for example, if you are having Word, Excel, like this utility software for basic, for one particular task, for word processing, for document writing, for accounts, you are having some special utility software like this, or some packages are the small software. But system software, this is very important software that is designed to control the operations of a computer, right? So system software is the one which is designed to control the operations of a computer, that you remember here. Now, which of the following device used positional notation to represent a decimal number? The old method is there for decimal numbers, how the position, the point is moved for calculation, etc. Some very old technology that is known as the abacus. Abacus is a very old method of, so a lot of disturbance here. So which of the following device use positional notation? Just remember that I have highlighted a positional notation for decimal. I have highlighted so that when you see these things you can write the correct answer. Abacus. What is abacus? It is an old method. Some 2500 years ago there was a method to perform arithmetic calculations with the decimal point numbers, all those things. That is abacus. Just remember that. One more than that you don't need. 1 byte is equal. Here big story will come. We know a bit. What is bit? It may be a 1, it may be a 0. What about 4 bits? 4 bits means like 1, 0, 1, 1. This is an example of 4 bits. Or 0, 1, 1, 0. This is 4 bits. So byte is not this one, not this one. So a byte is 8 bits. 1 byte means what? 8 bits. For example, 10110100. This is how much? How many bits are there? 8 bits. So when we group these 8 bits, this is called 1 byte. So 1 byte is 8 bits. Clear? So 2 bytes means 16 bits, we can say. Then we are having, which of the following are physical devices of a computer? Physical means which are part of the computer, parts of the computer. Physical. Software is not physical. Remember, software means code, right? Software means code. Physical devices means which are the parts of the computer. We can say hardware is a physical. This is of course physical device. Software is not. This is code. System software is also a code only. Program, I mean group of programs. Code means what? Software means a group of programs, you can say. Package is also related with software only. So in the 4 options given here, physical means what? Hardware. For example, monitor you have, keyboard you have, printer you have, memory you have, disk you have. All these are physical devices that we can say. Now we move to the next one. Which of the following devices provide the communication between a computer and the outer world? We have a communication. A computer wants to communicate. How it will communicate? With input and output devices, right? Computer communicates. Communicate means if you want to send and receive information from computer to other things. So it is either done by using input or output device. I/O devices. I/O devices means what? Input and output devices. Sometimes these I/O devices are also known as peripheral devices. Here we are. Peripheral devices are I/O or input and devices. These are used to communicate between one computer to some other devices or outside world, we can say. Right. So I/O, input, output, peripheral. Remember these things. Now move to the next question. Which of the following are the input devices that, I think this question came before in the exam. Input devices that enable direct data entry into a computer system from source document. If you have source document, for example, you are having one certificate, right? You are having some BSc certificate or SSC certificate is there. You want to send this certificate inside the computer. How we can send? Can we send the paper? Yes, possible. Because from keyboard we cannot send. We have to use a scanning device. Which device we have to use? Data scanning devices. So when you scan a certificate or some document, it will directly goes to the computer without any use of keyboard, like this. Data scanning devices. Input devices, direct data entry from source documents. Document means like your certificates or some papers or CV and all those things. Now which of the following is the device used for converting maps, pictures and drawing directly into digital form? If you are having some maps, some pictures or a building drawing or a car drawing or an engine drawing, we can say machine, motor engine drawing, we want to convert it and store in the computer for processing, for changing design and all those things. So that is what digitizer. What is that? Digitizer. So digitizer is used in the CAD, CAD CAM, computer aided design, mostly used by civil engineers, architects. These people, they use a digitizer to design cars, buildings and things. So engineers mostly use this one. Scanner is only for documents, right? For maps, pictures and other things, images, we have another thing that is used by, that is digitizer is used. Now which of the following can access the server? Here I will give some brief explanation about the server. Server means, for example, if you are having a network means you are having a big computer here, that is server, and you have some other computer that are attached to this server. These are known as the clients. What are this? You understand this one, so that if any question comes, you can. Right. So this is a client, another is server. A client means a user, you can say. For example, if you want to connect to a state bank website, bank application, so how you will do? You use a laptop or a mobile, so that will connect it to a server of the bank. Sometimes you see the message, no, server is down or something like that. So that is a server, a big computer where many users will communicate or connect with. So these user machines are known as the client machines. This you have to understand. So which of the following can access the server? Any computer that has access to the web server is called a client. You can say client or web client. Web client means related to the internet, we can say. If there is no internet, if you are working in an office where you are having one big computer in the building and many users are connected with that inside that building only, right? So that is also a client. Web client means on the internet, we can say, right? So now you know the difference between client and server. Which of the following is known as the language made up of binary coded instruction? Binary means ones and zeros. Till now you might have understood ones and zeros. So binary means what? Which language? Machine language, right? Machine language. These are all programming languages. High level means general term, it is not a programming. General term, programming language. Basic is also programming language. C is also programming language. Machine language means what? So when you write a program, as I have already explained, when you write a program, it will convert to machine ones and zeros. Those who are totally new to the computer, they find this somewhat difficult to understand, but I am trying to simplify the things. Those who are from maths background or arts background, for them it is somewhat difficult, but those who have studied already some computer subjects, BSc computers or BCA, like that, for them it is, these questions will be somewhat easy. Which of the following service allows a user to log into a computer somewhere on the internet? So we need a service that allows a user is there, right? User wants to log into internet. What is internet? Internet means connection of some several computer, millions of computers, you can say. This is connected with this is connected with this one, like this. You are having, this is internet. So internet, you want to log into a internet from a user. For example, mobile. Once you start internet, means you are logged into an internet, connected with the internet. You are part of the internet now. So which service? Telnet. Telnet is the service that is used to enable a user to log into computer somewhere on the internet. Now, which of the following is not a type of computer on the basis of operation? Right, not a type of computer. Digital computers are of different types. Digital is there, analog is there, right? These are types, we can say. More means it will take a lot of time to explain. Hybrid means a combination of digital and analog, we can say. So basically these are types of computers, we can say, digital, analog, hybrid. What about remote? No, remote is not, it is an electronic device, but it is used for signals only, not for processing. So remote is not a type of computer, we can say. Now coming to the next question. Which of the following type of computer is mostly used for automatic operations? Right? Automatic operations means hybrid computer. Hybrid computer means it's combination of analog and digital. So hybrid computer is to automate. Automate directly it processes everything without human intervention. Most of the human intervention is not needed. Which of the following invention gave birth to the much cheaper microcomputer? If you see some 20-30 years back, computer size used to be very big, right? If you see the old computer, they are big in size, big CPU, big monitor, everything big, because the processor, chips, electronic parts are very big in size. Then came an invention, new discovery. Invention means something newly discovered. What is that? What is that new thing that made the computers nowadays? We are having very cheap computer. Earlier in the 90s and 2000s, like this, the computers 50,000, 60,000, like this. That also very slow performing computer. Nowadays, you are having cheaper microcomputers. How? With the use of the microprocessors. Micro means small type of processor. Micro means small type of processor. Once they have invented the small type of processor, now microcomputers, which are cheap in rate, they came into existence due to this invention. Micro means small. Which of the following computers are lower than the mainframe? Just to understand that mainframe are very big machines, like big servers are big machines, mostly used by the IBM company, which is having very high speed and storage. Right, mainframe computers for high processing speed and storage. Large servers are mainframes. Now, which of the following are lower than mainframes? So hybrid. So what is that? Mini. Supercomputer is a very powerful, right? Supercomputer is, like we can say, the most powerful computer available in the world. So mini computers, just you say mini, small. So it is, in terms of speed and storage, it is lower than compared to mainframes. Mainframes are very large in performance or processing, we can say. Mini means small. So which of the following is the first neural network? Very big topic again, new area in the computing field. Neural network, just neural, remember that this is first neural network computer, means just remember this name as SNARK. Right? This is the first neural network computer. Neural network, I have given a definition. Right? Machine learning model inspired by human brain. How a human brain contains nodes called neurons. Human brain, of course, very powerful. Right? Humans, of course, they invented all these things. No? So how the human brain works, what are the different neurons, how they are connected, what is the pattern. Based on that model, computers are now being, we can say, developed. That is neural network related to human brain. Just remember this thing. Neural network computer related with human brain. What is the name? SNARK. That much is required for you. That's all here. Now what you have to do, if you like anything content here, just like this one. If you, what we can say, channel, subscribe. If you are new to this one, share to this channel, share this channel, so that I can upload more parts. This is the first part, actually. I can upload the more parts in the upcoming videos. Depending upon how many views I get, I will get some interest to upload this. And thanks for watching.